All right, hopefully I'm gonna be mixing some live recordings today, but Mental Floss, oh boy, Mental Floss sent me this video, and I wasn't too interested at first, but I just kind of clicked around, and yeah, I am kind of interested. So this is from Dom Sigalis, maybe. He looks like he's got some. I wonder if these are affiliate links. But this is the video is called "I secretly use UA Apollos for 7 months. Are they just hype?" If you guys know me, yeah, there's probably a lot of stuff has already gone through your brains. I'm just gonna play this. Speed it up, and hopefully I don't get DMCA'd for this.
Bang, my baby,
Okay, don't care about coming up. Okay, here we go.
An Apollo interface. There, I said it. Hey everyone, Dom here, and I've honestly stopped counting how many times LA2A that you like every single time.
Okay.
You always love the LA2A. So up to this point, I've never used an Apollo interface. There, I said it. Hey everyone, Dom here, and I've honestly stopped counting how many times I've been asked if I use UAD plugins or what I think about the Apollo interfaces from Universal Audio. Sure, I've used the Apollos before in studio.
We already know, right? Unless there's some sort of magic that they're going to show with actual measurements or something, modern converters are very good. Modern mic preamps are very, very good. Everything comes down to the drivers. That's what makes the difference in interfaces. And, you know, you'll hear people say RME and everything else. And it's all because it's the drivers. Like, does it matter if something magically sounded a little bit better if you crashed your computer every time you tried to use it? Or maybe it has some kind of magic, something it can do to your sound that nobody ever wants to explain. But let's just say it does, but the latency is super high or the CPU use is super high. Like, who cares? Like, I'll take the lower latency and allegedly inferior sonics. But in fact, you're probably not going to see. Spoiler alert, I haven't watched this thing, but I doubt that you're going to see any sort of measurement at all that's going to show us that in some way this thing's sonically superior, whatever that means. I just look for fidelity, right? I want a bandwidth that's wide enough to fit what I'm recording. I want the frequency response within that bandwidth to be as flat as possible. I want it to add as little noise as possible, and I want it to distort as little as possible. That's good. That's perfect. That's, if you're doing something else, that's something else, but it doesn't make it sound better. You know, like I always say, like, you know, guitar players, we distort amplifiers on purpose. Does that mean that we want to distort the kick drum or the cymbals or the snare drum the same way? No. Or the vocals? No. Not necessarily anyway. So what is good? I would rather just go what is perfect, or what is the most accurate? What's the most fidelity? Is there a single for fidelity? What is the most fidel? Now you say that, you see the guys in army fatigues smoking a cigar. So
Studios, producing for other people, all while freelancing for other studios. I've even invested in one of their most expensive single-channel compressors, the LA2A that I have right here. And since they introduced their native plugins, I bought them and I've talked about them numerous times on the channel. But I never had personally experienced the UAD workflow in my own space, on my own terms. That changed in May 2024 when I met the Universal Audio guys at Superbooth, and naturally we were geeking out big time, which, let's be honest, is one of my favorite things to do. And they asked me, wait, you've never actually used an Apollo? So they said, well, how about this? We'll send you a couple of units to try, no expectations, no sponsorship, no strings attached. Use them, see what you think. So after secretly using the Apollos Gen 2 for around 5 months in the studio, I realized this would make an interesting video, so this is going to be an honest, first-timer's experience with the Apollo interfaces from someone who's been producing music for over 20 years using...
Let's take a look at Safe Space. And there should be a DAW bench. Let's just see what sort of latency and CPU use we get for, here we go. Audio interface, low latency performance database. I forget where this is updated. Is the top one? What's the most updated? Is this the most updated? Latest results, 24th January 2025. Okay, so there we go. Let's see what we got here. Focusrite, RME. No. UA. Just going to look and see if there's any universal audio. Okay, here's a UA Apollo Twin. Okay. So we're looking at round trip latency at, let's just like look at 64. I mean, yes, you can go lower. I don't even run at 64. What am I running at here? I'm on RME. I'm running at 128. Let's just look. See, 64. The round trip latency is 5.397. 64 on the RME is 4.325. This isn't bad. I was assuming that the now wait a second. Are we running on USB or are we running on Thunderbolt or something? I'm assuming that they're using Desiccon drivers like everybody else, but maybe not. Let's so this chart right here, we're looking at let's see, low latency performance rating. 3 benchmarks are used: DAW bench, DSP, how many instances of re-XComp you can run, and convolution reverb test and no convolution reverb test. So checking, at a specific latency against, how stable, how many of these plugins can you run and stuff. Look at the top RME. I'm almost convinced that Lynx stuff is using RME drivers. Something weird with this Antelope, because as screwy as those guys are, this stuff works. So if you look up here, where do we go to get before we get to UA? UA Apollo. We're like 7.5. So, solid mid build. I don't know that that's on Thunderbolt or on USB. Let's go back up here and look at this Apollo. How many RXCs can you run at 64 buffers? 125. It's looking comparable. Like a Motu 424. That's the PCI driver. Where are we on? Oh, look, see. I'm going to get into Dante right now. Just don't. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's a Thunderbolt. So it seems like the drivers are okay. They seem to be better than the Desiccon drivers, as far as I can tell. It's about the same latency as these Desiccon drivers. Yeah, I'd be interested to see really modern stuff. But anyway, okay. So the drivers seem better than average, maybe average. Nothing like the RME drivers.
Everything from RME, Lynx, and Pro Tools 192 rigs, combined with vintage outboard and mastering grade converters. And I'm going to answer the question, are Apollos overhyped? So stick around, because in this video, I'm going to tell you what the UAD ecosystem actually feels like to use. I'm going to have a real A/B.
Okay, here we're going to have some problems. Non-measurable things that can make a difference. You better back up that claim. Is it really non-measurable? And because it seems like to me, if it makes a difference, most likely it can be measurable. I'm thinking about something like maybe ergonomics, like, how do you put a number on that? How does it feel like? I don't care. A/B preamp test. I'm very interested in that. A real Neve 1073 versus the UAD's version. Converter test. I'd be very surprised if there's a huge difference here. So I'm sure we're going to get detailed measurements and graphs. I really want to know the non-measurable things that can make a difference. So that's
preamp test between the Unison 1073 preamp and my RME.
Okay, so let's get to it.
I hope
let's get to the actual measurements.
If the Apollos are the right interface for you. And for full transparency, I want to say here, Universal Audio did send me these interfaces, but number one, for you is that where feels well extensions. That's not a big deal. And to be honest, any problems with audio dropouts, especially with higher channel count interfaces like what I use here in the studio. And I've experienced this as well. And this is mostly an Apple thing when it comes to this. I have to be fair, but I will let you do your own Google search for this, and I'm going to move on and explain the setup. Fair deal, and to be honest with you, many comes to the unboxing experience. The hardware feels solid metal everywhere. You touch the switches and the knobs, and it's like, okay, this means business. When it comes to installation and setup, everything was smooth. I'm on Apple Silicon, so I had to reduce the system security to allow kernel extensions. That's not a big deal, and to be honest with you, with own Google Apollo interface and microphone preamps. I have the X16, which is crucial for me here in the studio because I have a lot of analog gear and I have a lot of synths to connect to, and this is the Apollo Twin. And also these things you got once I hooked up the Apollos was to test the sound of the DA converter. So basically what the audio interface sends to our monitors. The obvious thing was to compare the Apollo converters versus my RME UFX3. So I recorded the output of both converters with my Lynx Hilo mastering converter, and now I'm going to play for you the result.
Oh, don't play for me the results. Just measure them. That's all you got to do. Just sweep them. See if there's a difference. Forget this use your ears, bro, man. I didn't want to say it at the beginning of the video, but it's looking like this is going to come down to a use your ears, bro. And, obligatory. Let's do it. I'm sorry I have to do this, but use your ears, bro. No.
Ba, ba, ba.
Have a look at this. What do you hear?
Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba.
But look what happens when we change the picture.
Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba.
And yet, the sound hasn't changed.
So, no, not use your ears, bro. Show me the results. Not...
In this place, with our hearts erased, feelings on display. I'm just trying to get my life back. It's a race that we chose to...
All right. Let's say there's a difference. Let's say that, personally, having tested the RME stuff, it's pretty flat. But so is everything else. Hold on. What a waste of time. Let's go to analog to digital converters. Here are, I didn't even put an RME in here, but it doesn't matter. Look at here's the apogee, right? Look at what this is. This is flat to within like a tenth or 2/10 of a decimal point, of a decibel. I'm sorry. Even the cheapy Behringer, the green one, super flat. M32, super flat. Like, what, you're going to do better than that? Well, I don't care. Within 0.1 dB, you're not going to, show me somebody who can pick that out in an ABX test. Also, either of these, because I know the RME is perfectly fine. If they sound similar, you're not going to have any trouble making an album sound good on either one of these. So forget this use your ears, bro crap. Let's just see the results.
I'm going to comment which one you think is a UFX3 and which one you think is the Apollo. I have to say they sound extremely close to each other, but I do hear a difference. And to be honest, I was surprised which one was which when I performed this blind.
So he says he hears the difference. I have trouble believing him, unless UA screwed something up. If they sound different, I know the RME works. So if they sound different, then UA broke something. Universal.
Test myself. Now let's talk about the number
Oh man, I'm on a different channel. I would leave some comments, but I don't want to do it from this channel.
one selling point of the Apollos. And this realized when
Okay, let's compare these mic preamps. So
modern computers have tons
this
of
time we're not definitely going to be stupid enough to say use your ears, bro. We're actually going to measure here.
power. I would always think. So
Right?
naturally, what
Let's
I want
see.
to check is how the Unison preamps compare. So I'm the
Okay, so let's
preamp.
compare.
Black and I were white. He would always win the fight. Bang, bang, he shut me down.
So I know this is obligatory too. Every single time you say this is what a 1073 sounds like, somebody says, oh, that's the wrong 1073. No, it was supposed to have this transformer in it. It was supposed to have these capacitors in it. There is no the 1073 sound. But anyway, again, use your ears, bro.
Bang, bang.
Where's the
Results when
actual
we did
measurements?
That preamp, but about a week, your guesses down below. I immediately built
No measurements. Okay. So I guess the only thing that I'm at all interested in anymore is the thing where he says the unmeasurable claim
control
things.
on the unit itself. So for the
Or let me see if we get to that.
Galaxy tape. To test that is what we were doing at first. What did you
When he was 6, can he baby? Whoa, oh.
like that? This and for you calling your headphone capabilities. So I use the Apollo Twin as a desktop controller.
All right. Let's not even get into stackability.
Is put an analog Mac 16. Go and rename your inputs and into as all game change. Apollo does like the previous. Now let me point out a few things. You have the ability. My day is already have good.
Yeah, I want to see this
Something like the
unmeasurable
Apollo,
stuff.
and this already prepared. Go on remote video card my top.
All right, never mind. Sorry, guys. We're all now dumber for having watched that, but I didn't mean to make everybody dumber. All right, let's see what I got here today. What do I still have that I have to mix? I already mixed the Hula Night stuff. I definitely got to do the live band karaoke stuff. Oh man, but okay, I have some jazz stuff and I have Tovana. Let's pull up the jazz stuff. I have my peak files stored on a different drive, and I should actually change that. It's not helping the way I was hoping it would help. I'll probably get rid of that. Options, preferences. Trying to find there's like a folder where it stores these things. Yeah, there it is. Okay, well that's okay if it stores it there. I'm okay. Never mind. Okay. Now I don't understand any of this stuff, so I don't know what's a good one, what's a bad one. What I do want to get is one where the trumpet was being recorded well because his wireless cut out. Let's save this as remove that outputs Disarm it. And look for tracks that I'm not using. Right, that one. What is that? Why? What in the world is that? I think this is the trumpet, and this is where it cut out. But I did have another mic on the trumpet, so that might do. Okay, don't have a symbol there. I think that's it. Okay. Last night I took a picture of the track list of Tavana's set, so I'll have that correct. Let me show tracks that have receives and add. What is 23 and 24? Hold on. Oh, that's more percussion stuff. Okay. Okay. Move all this percussion stuff together. Make a drum folder. Percussion folder. Now the guitar player is playing through my Tonex, so that's cool. So I think this is trumpet 2, or that's the sax. So we'll figure it out. Oh, let's actually figure that out now. Put wireless. Okay. Keyboards. There's some talking, but I'm not sure there's actual vocals. There's no singing. I think next month he's going to have some singing, but I think one of these is going to be the trumpet mic. That's the saxophone's wireless. I don't think I really need a vocal folder, do I? 19 is probably going to be percussion. Now, the percussionist would not allow me to put the mics up the way I wanted to, so I have a little bit of trouble here. Another percussion track. Man, you guys got to forgive me. I have no idea what's good and what's bad in jazz. It all sounds kind of the same to me. I mean, I remember Rocket from Herbie Hancock, but I don't really think of that as jazz. It's kind of like a techno-y kind of thing, you know? Kind of understand it. Crowd. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Have a scheduling conflict, sort of. It's always tricky. Okay, so I'm going to make the RMS meter here. RMS meter. And add receive from all tracks. And take out the ones I don't need. Somehow there's a way I can make a template for this, for the most part. I don't need percussion. Do need the bass. Do need the guitar. Trumpet wireless, trumpet mic, sax wireless. I want all of those. Keys folder, no. Take the individual keyboards. Vocal, probably don't care, but we may as well do it. And the crowd, I'm going to take the folder because I'm going to put a high pass filter on there. Okay, so let's start adding high passes. Yeah, I really just need to put a template up. This somehow I'll make something, because you guys see I do the same thing pretty much every time, right? At least to start. Same one for the vocals. Probably do the same thing for the trumpet and the sax. I think that'd be a very good idea. And maybe not that high though. For the oops, I gotta make a cymbal track here. Cymbals. I'm gonna make this one a little bit higher. A lot higher. Okay. Sax, I think let me take this down to 150. I don't think there's gonna be too much bleed from the bass player. Same thing with this the trumpet. And this is, I may way move this up, but this is really just for me to calculate the levels for doing this clip gain thing. So let's get the drums first. So let it play for a second here. All right, I'm not triggering this one. It sounds good to me, so I like it. I'm going to put this up by 2 in a bit. It's going to go up by a lot. 5 and something. Okay. 12, so it's going to go up again by 5 and something. So we can go up a little bit. Actually, so let me go up by a little bit. Perfect. Okay, for these cymbals, let me see if I can find a spot where the appropriate cymbal's being used. Man, I like this song. You're doing a lot of drummy stuff. Okay, so now you look at the peak here, minus 15, minus 19. That's because of this high pass filter, and that's why I'm doing it, because I don't care what the lower end of stuff is doing. Okay, so this is going to be going up by 17 dB, I think. Oops. Quite a lot, actually. So that's ride. Now, where does he actually hit the ride? Maybe down here. Okay. So put that up by 9-ish. Okay, and now for the one crash he has. Thank you, man. You make life worth living. All right. Okay. So his crash is pretty quiet. Ooh, I'm not sure how I want to deal with that. Very quiet compared to the snare. Okay, so I'm going to put that up by 17 as well. Okay. Percussion. Okay, it's going to be the same thing. This guy is going to use... I'm not going to use a high-pass filter. Let me just see where I can find where we're actually hitting these things in any meaningful way. All right, looks like the end of the... But see, things might have been moving around. That's the other problem with these. Okay, so there we go. Just under 8. Why am I epic failing at basic math computation right now? Oh boy. All right, so here we go to the, now we're going to use the RMS meter. So there's bass. by 14. Seems like something's wrong here. Hold on. Why am I getting such low numbers when I'm blasting this? Is this going right? Something seems wrong. Let me take a look at the guitar real quick and see if I'm figure out what's going on here. This one seems much more sensible. If my director comes, I'm going to need to talk to her, so I might actually get off of here, but hopefully not. All right. I'll deal with this later. Looks like I'm not going to use this trumpet wireless. Just mute this. Trumpet mic. Let's see if he's playing on here. Seems like he only plays at the beginning of this song. Ah, bummer. Okay. I mean, I wanted a song where he's playing. He's playing Shaker on this, but I want one of the trumpet players playing, man. Oh. Let's see. Maybe this one. I really like that other one because there's so much drums going on. Maybe this one will have. So by 12. Oh, maybe it's by 10. Okay. Sax. Yeah, it's already where I want it. Keys. Am I supposed to go up by 30 on here? That seems ridiculous. With that vocal, I may not even be using. He might say something at the end. Let's see.
Notorious B.I.G. Biggie Smalls.
Oh man,
here for that one last month. Yeah, all right, we got some for yourselves for being here.
I don't think we're gonna use the vocals. Wait a second. Didn't I put... Didn't I put this on the crowd? Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, man. All right, I blew it. This is why we're having them weird results, because I accidentally put it on the dynamic EQ on the RMS meter track. Okay. I totally messed up. I'm gonna go back through some of these. Sorry. What a bozo. I knew something was weird. Okay, so I'm gonna put both these up by 9. Oh man, what an idiot. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, some of it probably won't make a difference, but I'm betting that bass is going to be oh, such an idiot. Okay, that doesn't matter. I'm betting it's going to be hugely different on the bass, and this is why the guitar seemed to be fine. Well, okay. Here we go. This is probably going to be cranking. Yeah, see that? Look at that. Cranking. All right, so that makes sense. What an idiot. Sorry, guys. Well, I wasted about 30 seconds, so I think we'll live. All right, let's get this show on the road. We can go to our effects chains. And it's, what is it, live drum shells. Do the same on here. Here. I'd love to do this to percussion, but I don't think it's going to work. Snare might be a problem. Might just leave that open. But let's look at the kick real quick. Okay, so that's behaving how it should. That seems to be behaving just fine. Let's look at the snare. Let me get the video up and see where to exactly pan that that symbol. Oh boy, it's always something. All right. So I want to see this video so I can tell where this is. Let me just check the toms real quick. Snare seems fine. Oh, what is this now? Why don't I see any audio in this? This is not good. I can hear it. Why can't I see it? That is bizarre. All right, well, I'm going to have major trouble lining this up if I can't see this peak. Why can't I see this? No. That's weird. Let me duplicate this track real quick. And I'm gonna glue this. Maybe that'll show. Man, that's not good. Shoot. Why would it not show a peak? Let me look in that peaks file. So I've been putting my peak file into here, ePeaks. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I need to delete these. Wow. Okay, let's see. Date modified. How do I have something that late? Or that early? Okay, 8:21. Is that today? 9:21, sorry. Okay, so that's today. It's only showing 2 peaks files, though. That's something weird with that, too. Okay. Oh, we'll get there. Yeah, it's weird that I'm not seeing the peak. Kind of dead in the water with this. Sorry. Let's see what else we got going today. Man, watch this thing pop up and there's still no peaks. That'd be like the most anticlimactic, worst clickbait ever. Like, I'm going to be worse than one of the soy faces. I'm going to ask Justin why that peak file didn't show up, though. That's weird. Because when I'm gluing it, I'm assuming it's just turning into a WAV file. Weird that it's 16-bit. Why would it glue to 16-bit? Or was it 16-bit originally? I'm going to check that in a second. Okay, here we go. Cross your fingers that we're going to see peaks here. Otherwise, yes! All right, so I'm going to glue these together. See if we can't find this spot. Just by using our powers of reading waveforms. You think this is it? Let's see. It's so weird. I'm so confused, man. But you know, I've had some peak weirdness before, so let's see. Solo this. Okay, so this is start out with a bass. Yes. We got it. And see? Keen eyes. You guys got keen eyes. So we know we're in the right area. Yeah, let's find those snares. There they are. Okay. So it's either these ones. I think that might be late. Yep, okay. Let's get the video on there and see if this looks right. No. Okay. Is this right? All right, I want you to notice something. Just by me doing this clip gain, this is already kind of an okay mix, right? That's why it takes me a while, but it's worth it. All right, so I think that's I think we got the video right. Oh, so what I was hoping was I'd be able to tell where that other symbol was by by seeing the video, but that's not going to happen because we got that music stand in the way, right? But I think it's showing me that it's on the right-hand side. Oh, I'm gonna pan it. And of course, this isn't realistic panning, but I want to create the illusion. So let's go through these and we'll finish going through these toms. Let's just see how much work I'll have to do if I even have to do any. So this second one's not firing. Okay. So let's give it a fighting chance. Loop this section here. Let's go to the key, and we're gonna let's look where this where it's listening. Okay. Now, no idea how many times the snare is going to false trigger that, but let me look at the beginning here. Okay, and it's also a lot quieter. Shouldn't be. I thought I had this right, but let me look what the compressor's doing. Turn the output up of the gate. Okay, let's look at the third tom. Now, did I just not clip gain these right? Because turn off the effects. Man, that does not seem... There must have been some... Oh, see, back at the end here, it's really hard hits. Yeah. Okay, so that's clip gain is right. It's just the beginning ones. They're just hit really soft. You know what this might mean, but I don't want to have to go and chop these up by hand, but I could if I have to. Something's going on here. Hold on. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound right. He's just tapping those. Because later on, he's whacking them, man. Alright. Seems like something's wrong with the key. Listen, hold on. Let me change this to detection. I'm going to pull this all the way down. Oh, it's because of the... Never mind. Sorry. So these first ones are going to be kind of gross, but I'm going to leave that be. So does it get way louder on the second tom at the end too? Because that might explain what the problem was with why I had to boost this one. Doesn't look like it though. So hopefully the snare doesn't end up triggering this thing all over the place. Let's take a look at our drums. And I'm going to throw the cymbal on the other side, the crash on the other side, just because it's so unbalanced. Oh, shoot. All right, well, that's why. Hold on. And I know this looks like it's going to sound hokey and fake, but I bet it works. Yeah. What am I hearing? Oh. Wow. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with that. There's just something so muddy about jazz guitars, but they like it like that, so I don't want to ruin that. But oh man, I've got to get it not just gross. Now maybe I'll do a dynamic EQ on this more resonant stuff. Better. falls apart at the end, doesn't it? Ouch. Let me see if I can't clean this up a little bit.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Ooh, okay. I think that's ready to go. Okay, watch your ears, man. I'm just going to get turned up kind of loud now. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to render this, and maybe we're going to do the Tavana one. I think I got time. I really got to get the that live band karaoke stuff done, man. Okay, but I've just got too much. My drive's like filled up. Jabari. this. Anything else crazy we need to talk about today? Stupid deal of the day, GHS strings. Let's see what that is. $12-pack of GHSs for $39. Oh, you know what I was looking at? Man, I'm considering going to B standard rather than drop A for my 7 strings. I know I use the drop A a lot, but I'm wondering just how much better is my tension going to be if I have a low B. Maybe one of my other guitars, I'll put it together that way. Maybe my 27-inch one. Put that back together and try it with the low B and see how much do I ever really use that the drop stuff. I mean, I do, but it just feels like the tension's so low that it's really not great. Let's look at one of these tension calculators. See if it's back up. Okay, the D'Addario string tension calculator. Electric guitar, 7-string electric. Let's get started. Okay. So I'm using I'm using a set that these guys don't have. I use 8s. Okay, so let's go to D'Addario and so electric guitar string so I can get the proper size. I think this is what I use right here. And I use the extra super light XL. Okay. Extra super light, so I'm 8. Just gonna match these. 8. Oh, they do have 8.5s. Ah, interesting. Okay. Maybe they got a 10.5. Do they got a 10.5? Ooh, they do. Man, I could actually make a set of the D'Addario. However you say it. That would actually be proper for progressive or even tension. Okay, so 8, 10, 15, 21, 30, 38, and what size? Oh, string am I using? Let's see real quick. My low string right now is a 54. Okay. I'm at A tuning. Okay, so look at that, 10.5. So see, my E is fine. Like it looks like this E would be not enough. And it's this 54 is only a pound of tension lower. You think it'd be fine. Look at 9.1 pounds on my B string. So this should be fine. But it's not. Man, I actually need to do this on a 25 and a half inch. Maybe I'll do it on my Carvin. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll put a I'm gonna tune my Carvin to B standard. So normally this would be like what 48. Like let's look at their 7-string set. So 54 is what they actually use on their 9 their 9 gauge set. So this is the light one. 4254. So that's the string they would use. But it's, you know, usually jump up by 10, right, or someplace like that. So if I were to tune this to B standard, 13 pounds, I should just go and crank that. Can we do that right now? Is this thing still rendering? Yes, it is. Okay. I'm gonna grab that card. My knees, man. Don't ever get old. Seriously. Okay, this may not work because it may just dump the tremolo forward. Just want to get an idea of what this is going to be like. This is actually going to take some serious string tension. Oh yeah, I forgot this guitar has spurs. I'm cheating. Okay. So 54. This is going to be too big. Maybe not. It's the same tension as the A string. Put a tuner on. Uh-oh. Get nothing. I'm getting nothing. Hold on. Getting nothing on my regular guitar. This cable could be dead. I think this cable might be dead. Feels really floppy. You can never just do something, right? It's always got to be a whole production. So this thing feels a little bit floppy. Maybe it's dead. Maybe I should have already fired up my soldering iron when I do that. I mean, I got other guitar cables, but it's not like I want this thing dead anyway, so. Let me just check. Oh, yep, look at that. The ground's still on there, but the positive wire has broken off. All right. Never just grab it and experiment. Always got to be some kind of stupid thing happening. Now the question is, should I put some shrink wrap on there, or just let it die again? living dangerously. Yeah, again, I just got an extra little chunk of money. I should definitely buy that pack of whatever soldering iron. Still rendering. Wow, why is that still rendering? Did I make that way too long? 10 minutes. World. Okay, something looks funny here, but we're gonna check this file when it's done. Time selection. Time selection looks right. It's weird. We're going out to the jumps today. All right. Yeah, just wanted to plug it in and find out what's going on. Everything's conspiring against me. Yeah, it's getting there. Okay, that's done. Yeah, we gotta check that file because it seems a little bit weird. Okay, let me let's check this out real quick. Folder. All right, so that's good. Let me upload this real quick. No, it's not made for kids. So stupid I have to put that. Publish. Okay. So that's good. Okay, let's see if yeah, this looks right now. Give this a try. mean, you guys are hearing this and I'm not. Let me see. Headphones. I'm only hearing this out of one ear. Why is that? Oh, okay. I hear it stronger in one ear than the other. Okay, hold on. Let me check this tuning real quick. Just want to see if it's a lot less buzzy in B standard. And this guitar isn't set up anywhere near as good as my other two guitars. This BR Fret Shop in Hawaii Kai did a pleck job on my Agile and my ESP, and it's just incredible. So this tuning's gonna be all off because I'm pulling that back. Okay, hold on. So I'm tightening this up. That's gonna make all the other ones slack. So I gotta tighten these springs a little bit. This isn't gonna be perfect, but I just want this enough to test if I want to go to B standard. I don't think I do, but maybe. Might have to go to 3 springs if I do. That's that would be unfortunate for me. Okay, let me see where these are now. Just watching a tuner real quick. Okay, so I tightened it too much. Wow, that was easier than I thought, though. Now I'm going to pay for saying that. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of think about the kind of songs I play and how often I use the low. So much of my playing now revolves around me using that drop tuning though, so it would be a little bit different. So let me see. Wait, where's D now? So B, C, D, C. But it sure feels a lot better. It's like a lot less buzzy. Yeah, you know what? I like it. I'm not about to go change all that right this second. But yeah, let me think about that. So, because I'm using my low E is a 38, and my low string, my 7th string, is a 54, and that's a giant jump. And I know if I were to use let's just say it's a 48, 30, 38, 48. It's just, you don't feel weird when it goes up by 10. It feels fine, in my experience. Like I used to have on a 9 set, right? 9 is 24, 32, 42, 54. So that one goes up by 12. So let's just say I went up by 12. So 38, that'd be 50. It's weird that it's so not much more. Oh, wait, sorry. This is. So, I'm at 8 pounds. That sucks. If I went up by 12, I'd be at 50. It's only 11 pounds. Man, it sure felt good at 54. Let's just go to 50. Okay. So let's say 11 pounds is good. Okay. Go back to A. 54. Almost gets me to 11 pounds. So I tried using a 60 back in the day, but it felt so big and weird. I just couldn't handle it. But what if I go to 56? Now I'm somewhere not too bad, right? What I got? 11.2 at 56. And if I was at 54, which just felt great at B, it would be 13 pounds. Wow, that's a lot more. That's weird that the E works that good at 11 pounds. Should really make a more balanced set. But 56. So when I was at 60, now we're talking, right? Like 60 would have been fine, but that is a giant jump. I was trying that for a while. Felt weird. I was at 50, then I started going back up. Now I'm at 54 now. Maybe 56. Yes, really not that much more. 54, 10.5, 56, 11.2. It's not much. Why is there no 58 in D'Addario? That would be probably the ideal size. 60, man. 60 really rings it up there, but it felt weird having that big of a jump. Maybe not. Maybe I got to try it again. All right. Let me not derail too much. Let me see what's going on here. It's an internal situation to deal with it. I think our video's up. Let's mix some Tavana. How about that? Slack Key Lounge. Share this on Facebook and stuff. Block is blocking me. Nuts. Okay. Let's see. Let's bring up I've got so many Tavana videos up. So it's really hard to say if I've already put the song up. Let me check. Let me look at all the content. Looking for Tavana. I've got tons. Let's see what this one is. Okay, that's just better than my phone song. Can I search through these? Yeah. Okay, Tavana. I swear I have more than this. Maybe not. How do I not have more Tavana videos? July, August. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do this one. Do the one everybody goes there for. See if I can find it. Okay, hold on. Let me yes. We did have Pat the Hat come up and play guitar at the end, but I don't think I'm gonna use that. I have a picture of the track layout. Let me deal with that in a second. See if I can find it. Okay. That's not it. Okay. There. Bongos. Symbol 1. Symbol 2. Chime. Sam's chime. It. Kick. Rain. It should be Tavana's guitar. That's not. Okay, something's wrong. Is this Tavana's kick? Yep. Oh boy. Okay, this is not reading right. Yeah, that's his guitar. That's definitely his tambourine. What is this? That might be his chimes. Is that Tavana's chimes? Or is that Sam's chimes? So this is not Tambo. C kick, tambourine, C chime, C guitar, clap stack should be. Let's check that.
Soft, gonna leave it up to.
Yep. Okay. Not using that. I think this is Sam's vocals. So I might have a couple. One of them's gonna be his hi-hat. I think this is Sam's vocals though. Let me see if there's a place where you actually. Song I want. I think this is Tavana's vocals.
Now it's taking away, and then yet you'll
That was when Pat the Hat showed up. It's actually his harmonica. I'm not going to use that. Here, why? Why is this only going through this far? Uh-oh. One of my mics die? Did it fall off? I don't remember it falling off. Wow, I think one of my mics might have died. Shoot. Oh, man. Yeah, what happened? Oh, man, bummer. What happened? Hold on. Normalize this. You're going to see in the middle space what the issue is. Right, that's digital hash. So it's got 83 decibels of gain. Ouch. Okay. Man, I'm not sure what happened there. That was a bummer if my mic's dead. It was a cheap mic. But bummer. Okay, well I'm not gonna use that then. Then this is the crowd down here. All right. Well, that's it. Shoot. Oh, what a bummer. Oh, man. Let me just put these all together. Snare. Oh, bummer, bummer, bummer. Chimes on opposite sides. Tambourine's kind of like a hat. See the stack. Also like a hat. Pan these cymbals. And it's just one more thing I gotta be paranoid about. Is my mic dead? I don't know. Could be. Ooh, I should probably buy more of those. I really just gotta buy another one of them cheap drum sets. Maybe drum mic sets. Maybe those Behringer ones. Just so I have everything with me all the time. So that's gonna be drums. I guess I should make sure I got that video before I bother too much. See how much simpler that makes this down here. Get a high pass filter. Symbols track. That's gonna have like all this stuff on it. Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna be tripping out about my mic all day. Let's get an idea here. Kick's good. Snare doesn't even get hit in this song, maybe? Maybe. 12/7. Bongos. Does he use the bongos in here? I thought he does usually on this one. Seven on this. Okay, so for the cymbals. By 10. I use this clap stack in here. I'm just gonna mute this one. Symbol 1. This one's going up by a lot. So bummed about that hat now. Okay, so this one's going up by like 24. Yeah, that's good. The chimes. Does he use his chime in this one? Oh, so he does use his bongos in this one. Okay. Good. Perfect. Oh, he really hammers his cymbals here. I better check that again. Yeah, that's way too much. Might throw a compressor on there. Might not. Okay, how long is this song then? Okay, put a marker somewhere around there. I'm not sure he uses his chime though. Don't think he does. I think Tavana does though. So that's going up by 15. Did I get the tambourine? Keep going on about that mic. Sorry. Okay, drums are good. Deal with that in a second. Guitar. Let's see. I gotta put my RMS track in. Wait, did it actually make a UA advertisement on this channel? It's not supposed to be monetized. Uh-oh. Yeah, you know, man, if you're going to say you're comparing things, sweep it. You know, go to Room EQ Wizard and measure it. It's free. Don't pull this use your ears bro crap on us, you know? Okay. Sam vocals. Oh, the video, yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess you could call it an advertisement.
Cry for the people, cry for the land was taken away, and yet you find Hawaii.
It was clearly an ad for UA. I'm not saying that, but he's probably right.
Oh, Hawaii, yeah.
Now, let's make sure I actually have the video I think I have. I could be screwing this up. And let's see if it doesn't Man, I'm so tempted to just go grab my mics and come in here and test them right now. I'm like totally tripping out on that bad mic, if that's what happened. Let's see if it fails to make peaks again. That was interesting. Took on a video. 2 pieces. Okay, I think he's only used the first one. Yeah, see, this one's making peaks for sure. Look at that. But is it going to disappear at the end? Yeah, see, it's showing a peak. Somebody has some silkies. You know, my backyard does not have chickens in it right now. I don't hate UA. I think it's all just overhyped and overpriced. Yeah, you know, to me, like the main thing with audio interfaces is drivers, right? Like you're not going to get a better sounding converter. I don't care. Like even the cheapest ones are way better than good enough. They're way better than our tape recorders ever were. So, it's always drivers. And, yeah, it's okay. So you got a Volt. Now, is that Volt running on Thunderbolt or is that running on USB? And are they using the Desicon, the Sycon, whatever drivers for the UA stuff? And look, see, now I've got a perfectly good peak file. I wonder why that other one didn't make a peak file. That's so weird. Yeah, let me see if I can figure out where we are here. Turn this way down so we crank it. There we go. I don't actually like this song. I'm one of those Hawaiians who is happy that people came that declared that people weren't property. That's not popular. I don't think people are property. Oh, is actually a compressor on the hardware, or is that the DSP compressor inside? Yeah, you know, I less than a year ago, I think I was always having UAD plugins on my buses. I haven't really been using them lately, but stuff does what you think it's going to do. That's what I mean. If you're used to a certain chain back in the day, and you bought the UAD plugins for it, especially when they're on sale for like nothing, and then you put them in, it works the way it worked when you had that hardware. I mean, like, yeah, it actually worked pretty well, I think. Yeah, I got to figure out where this starts. Okay, this looks like a good thing to line up with. Oh man, I'm having trouble finding this.
Oh, Hawaii. Visit all these islands for a day, your king and queen.
Okay, wait a second. Where? Oh, man, I'm so confused.
Be content and cry. Would this smile cry for the gods? Would this smile be content and cry? Would this smile be content and cry? How would they saw highways on this sacred ground? How would they feel about the modern city? Just imagine, just imagine. Visit all these islands on modern city life. Would they feel? Would they smile? Be content and cry?
There it is. Sheesh. It's hard to find. Think it's here? Let's see. What happened to Sam's lights?
Ikapono. Oh, Havaine. Thank you guys so much. All right. I'm gonna take my break standing right here. In about a minute and a half, we're gonna just do this for a second. Oh. For the day for the day a king and queen visit all these islands, saw everything. How would they feel about the changes of our land? Just imagine if they were around, saw highways on this sacred. For the day a king and queen visit all these islands. traffic lights and railroad tracks? How would they feel about the modern city life? Said tears would come from each other's eyes. They would start to realize that our people are in such great pain.
So when I'm live streaming, I'm doing it on my headphones, and I find that when I take it out to the car, the headphone mixes at first sounded really weird. And it wasn't like a tonal balance thing or anything. It was I think I dull the impacts a little bit more when I'm wearing headphones than when I'm mixing on speakers, and so I just kind of stopped doing that, and I put a little bit more reverb in than I would. That sounds right on the headphones now, because it sounded really dry. But yeah, other than that, mostly mixed on the headphones, especially for this. This just goes on the YouTube, and I know I should, if I'm not sending it off to get mastered, I'm okay on the headphones. I'm trying to get super used to the headphones, because then I can mix anywhere, but I'm still not super crazy used to them. I'm surprised by how well the kick drums translate, though. I thought I was going to have a lot more trouble with that. And with that, it's actually time for me to go. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully